Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. Today, this is Dr. Ghufran Babar, endocrinologist, Kansas City, Missouri. Today's topic that I'm going to talk on is how to lose weight and reverse the complications of being overweight. Most importantly, reversing the type 2 diabetes. Weight is a global weight gain, and being overweight is a global problem. It is increasing exponentially, and the recent data indicates that up to 1/3, and some reports up to 50% of adults are obese in US. 30% of kids are heavy and overweight. In India, up to 25% of adults are overweight and obese, and in Pakistan, it is up to 20% in adults. So you can understand the exponential problem that is posed because of the problems associated with being overweight or obese. And the adult classification is based on the BMI, which is weight to height ratio, weight in kilograms divided by height in meters square. So if you're 180 kilograms and 176 centimeters, so 80 kilograms divided by 1.76 and again divided by 1.76 will give you BMI. Under 25 is good. 25 to 30 is okay. More than 30, you start becoming overweight. More than 35, extremely overweight, and more than 40 is profoundly overweight or morbid obesity. In kids, if their weight goes above the 95th percentile, they become overweight. And 97% percentile, more than that, they are obese. So weight management is one of the most difficult things in endocrinology and general medicine. Why? Because the higher our weight goes, the higher is the set point in the brain, which is set, which means that the brain is getting signals from peripheral fat stores, leptin, adiponectin. Those are the hormones which keep a log of the fat stores, and as soon as the fat stores start going down, those hormones tell the appetite center in the brain to replenish those stores and start eating again. So this vicious circle, the higher the set point, the more difficult it gets to lose weight. So it's important that we don't take that set point high, because the higher the set point will be, the difficult would it be to get the weight down. So most important thing is in weight management, which is the tip number 1, is calorie estimation. We have got to know how many calories are we really eating, because unless we know what is going in, how are we gonna spend those calories? And if we don't get rid of those calories, we don't spend those calories, they will get stored in the body as weight and fat. And usually it collects in our abdomen. Our waist circumference starts going up. The bigger the waist circumference, the higher the fat stores in the abdomen, which is called visceral adiposity, and greater is the risk for developing type 2 diabetes as well as the metabolic syndrome. And metabolic syndrome includes a combination of things, which include high blood pressure, elevated triglycerides and lipids, early heart disease, increased waist circumference, pre-diabetes, and risk for diabetes. So obesity is the mother of so many illnesses. If you start thinking about them, why weight management is important, then remember it can cause neurological problems, psychological problems, including depression, anxiety. It can change our mood, and it can cause obstructive sleep apnea, which is increased fat around the upper airway, compressing it during our sleep. and causing difficulty in breathing and disordered work of breathing and unrelaxing sleep. Snoring can be associated with it. High blood pressure and risk of strokes is very common in obese people. Early heart disease in 20s. Now studies have shown that adults are getting heart attacks in their 20s. And the higher, the weight, higher the BMI, the greater the risk. Lung diseases like asthma, if the higher weight amount is on our chest wall, more fat, the more energy it takes to lift your chest when you breathe in and out. So during sleep, harder the work, and people can die during sleep due to obstructive sleep apnea, as well as the overweight status on the chest wall, and the asthma also worsens. NASH, or non-alcoholic fatty steatohepatitis, where is the damage to the liver cells due to excessive fat deposition, can happen. Liver failure can happen. Gallbladder illness, cholecystitis, gallstones can happen, and that can cause symptoms at a young age, and even late teenagers and young adults. Then pancreas could fail because of peripheral insulin resistance. Prediabetes and diabetes will happen. Risk of cancers because of the high amount of fat intake include breast cancer, pancreatic cancer, colon cancer, and there are a number of other cancers that can also happen. In women, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which involves irregular or heavy menstrual cycles, anovulatory cycles, so they have problems conceiving the child, male distribution of facial and rest of the body hair, acne, loss of hair or male pattern baldness, and cysts on the ovaries. Other problems include skin like acanthosis nigricans, or darkening of the skins on the skin folds can happen. Musculoskeletal complications include joint illnesses, early arthritis, and fracture risk is also there because of unstable gait, and infertility in men as well, because obesity can cause bigger fat hanging from the abdomen, causing temperature increase around the testicles, which will decrease in their sperm production, as well as the libido will also go down, which is the sex-related pleasure that will go down. So these are a slew of problems that can happen because of being overweight. So how are we gonna correct it? Depends on how heavy we are. If our BMIs are more than 30, calorie restriction would be feasible. If it goes above 40, then probably bariatric surgery and surgical modes of treatment would be feasible. We will not discuss medications in this video. Will mainly be focusing on lifestyle interventions, including diet and exercise. And studies have shown there have been millions of dollars spent by the INH, which is basically shown that lifestyle interventions are the most important single piece of weight management, including the calorie estimation and the exercise. So starting with the calories, I usually want my patients to do a diet recall. Write down whatever you eat: breakfast, morning snack, lunch, dinner snack, dinner, bedtime snack, activity, screen time. So all those things are accounted. And in adults, once they are done with their growth, if their BMI is more than 30, they want to lose weight, a calorie count of 1,000 to 1,200 would be adequate. Keeping it under 1,500 would be really, really good. In children, it's a different story. They are growing, they need more calories. So before their end of growth, they need 1,000 calories for first year and 100 calories for every year until they are done with the growth. So once they are done with the growth, say someone who is 16 up to 2600 calories, and depending upon the activity, if they're very active, they're athletes, they may need more. And here comes different apps which are freely available. MyFitnessPal, which includes your food as well as activity and guides you about your caloric intake. Calorie King book also helps in estimation of your calories. So the common foods which you can eat with low calories are the fruits and veggies. Just like half cucumber is 20 calories. So I generally tell people to drink a glass of water before they eat. So that takes some space, and then eat a plate of salad with very minimal dressing on their side. And salad could include cucumbers, it could include carrots, celery, broccoli, spinach. So all these things have very low calories, low calorie foods, and that also fill us up. And dressing should be very minimal and on the side. So don't skip your meals. If you skip meals, you're really starving, and then you overeat. So you have to have a breakfast which could include whole wheat bread with an egg, with some water, or you can drink some milk. And if you preferably buy the whole milk, but you can dilute it. The low fat is processed milk, probably will not be that healthy, but whole milk is natural milk with very minimal processing, and you can dilute it by, say, half milk and half water, and that will give you a healthier option than drinking the processed low fat milk. Morning snack, a fruit would be nice. Lunch, again, like I said before, drink a glass of water, eat a plate of salad, and then follow the plate model, which is 50% veggies, 25% proteins, 25% carbs. And try to eat slowly. The slower you eat, the less you eat, the more you chew, the better it is. Take 15 to 20 minutes in finishing your meal. And when the food is served, please serve it in already prepared plates, because there are two things to eating. One is hunger and one is appetite. So studies have shown that if people are sent on a buffet meal, most people will go for the second serving. But if they are served boxed lunches, they will not demand more food. So the strength of a chain is it's on its weakest link. The weakest link in weight management is the serving size. The more we eat, the more calories go in. The more calories go in, the harder it gets to lose weight. So plate model, don't put food on the table in the bowls, just prepare the plates. And once you are done eating, wait 15 minutes. If you're still hungry, drink a glass of water, eat a fruit like apple, which has 50 calories. And then if you're still hungry, eat a fruit, because fruit has 50 calories. The calorie values for chicken piece or meat, a little bit of carb, they're all available in MyFitnessPal, Calorie King. There are other books, other resources. You can Google and get the calorie values to keep your calories to about 1,000. If your BMI is more than 30 and you're planning to lose weight in adults. As regards to exercise, the WHO says that we should exercise up to 150 minutes per week. 30 minutes would be really good per day. And walk or brisk walk is really good. It increases our heart rate, spends our energy, and we do good in terms of activity. 2,500 steps is 1 mile, and it is expected that we should walk up to 4 miles. So if you start with half a mile, increase it to 1 mile, and gradually increase it to 4 miles a day. And weight loss and weight management programs are not for one day, are not for 1 month, but they are lifelong. The moment you relax, the weight is like a monster is gonna come back. So it's very important that you sustain the lifestyle. Whatever you are doing, try to do it on a regular basis. That's not for 1 day, not for 1 month, not for 1 year, but it is lifelong. So that is in nutshell, about your daily meals and activity. Involve the family in family exercise time, spend time with children, bring a structure to the lives of children, make sure that they eat with the family at least one meal a day, go for exercise or walk if the weather is good. Gym membership is good, and parents should go with their children, talk to them, understand their issues, understand their problems, and that 1 hour of exercise between 5 to 6, 6 to 7, 7 to 8, or even 8 to 9 would be really, really good for the family. Sleeping habits are really good, should be good. Bedtime snack, if you want to have a bedtime snack, should be a fruit. Try to move the dinner time to 5 to 6 p.m. so that in between 3 to 5 p.m. kids don't eat too much. So the important thing would be to eat a snack with fruits. When you want to give treats to the kids, don't give candy. Try to give them the fruit because it has healthier fiber, healthier sugar, less processed stuff, and will be good for the child. Sleep wise, 8 to 9 hours of sleep, up to 10 hours for younger kids would be really, really good. The second weak link in our lives is the weekends. Because we are in festive mood, we go to birthday parties, family gatherings, weddings, and there's lots of food available, lots of sweetened beverages available, and we eat our heart out. We go again and again, we are talking, we don't even realize how much we have eaten, and we can easily gain 1 pound on the weekend per day, so up to 2 pounds per weekend. So whatever good you have done will be lost if you do not eat right on the weekend. So this is really, really important to remember these two weak links. One is the serving size, second is the weekends because we eat too much calories, and third is the exercise that we have to do on a regular basis. People who are athletes, who are workers, they may need more calories than other people. But the nutshell would be to cut down on carbs, sugar-containing beverages, carbonated drinks because they have processed stuff, aspartame, caramel, phosphoric acid in the Coke drinks, and the juice has got high syrup, fructose syrup, high sugar containing corn syrup that can increase the sugar content of the juice. So if you want to really drink juice, bring oranges and express it yourself. Eat good amount of protein and fat. That will make you feel full. So this stigma of not eating protein or fat is not right. You can eat an egg. You can add some fat to your diet so that you can feel full. And lots of fruits and lots of veggies, they will really keep you filled. Fiber gives you sense of satiety, that you have something in the tummy, and will prevent snacking. So snacking is another problem, snacking on cookies, cakes, muffins, donuts, stuff like that are all empty calories. They don't fill us up and we are hungry again. And exercise, like I said, walks and lifting weights will maintain our muscle mass, decrease risk for low bone mineral density like osteoporosis. The vegetables which are good, they include eggplant, beets, asparagus, carrots, Brussels sprouts, dark green veggies, tomatoes, bell peppers, onion. And the foods that we have to stay away, like I said, the diet drinks, hot dogs, which includes mechanically separated meat. When it says that, it includes all the intestines, all the stuff which is left over from packing the good meat. So that is not good. It is processed. It may have monosodium glutamate, which is another salt, which can also effect on our neurons, excitatory neurons, overstimulating them, and could potentially be toxic. So try to avoid Cheetos, which have again processed stuff and will cause increase in appetite and increase caloric intake. The slim fast like drinks, they don't help. They also have sugar alternatives that also stimulate the reward center and cause us to overeat later. Foods which have got coloring agents like M&Ms, Skittles, colored drinks, they all can affect the children. Sometimes those coloring agents can stimulate or overstimulate the brain. Kids with ADHD can have problems. Cookies, like I said before, cakes, muffins, dark chocolate is good. Frozen stuff, which is again frozen food, is processed food. Pizza, again, one serving is up to 250 calories. So if you are eating more than one serving, then it becomes too much in terms of caloric intake. Sugar-free drinks, again, caffeinated drinks, they are also a problem. So we have to balance it out. Try to drink regular beverages instead of these diet drinks, but again very minimal in amount, because if you will drink too much of them, they will overstimulate your appetite center and will cause overweight gain. So if you want to drink juice, express it yourself. The juice available in the market will have too much of sugar, added sugar to it, which will improve the taste but will increase the caloric intake. The good foods that you should include is cherries, which will decrease your sugar craving. Almonds are good because they are a good source of healthy protein and they will help you eat well. Avocados are good because they have healthier fat. Soybeans, fresh soybeans, they are good. Mushrooms, they are good food. Milk, yogurt is good. It also helps in food intake, and lots of veggies like spinach, broccoli, cucumbers, celery. You can snack on them and feel the sense of fullness in your body. So in a nutshell, it's important to adapt to a healthier lifestyle than just trying to lose weight, because if you just focus on lose weight and then change and go back to the same lifestyle, then the weight will come back. Even those people who have had bariatric surgery, they don't change their lifestyle. They drink too much of sweetened beverages. Their weight also comes back. So controlling the calories is the single most important thing in our lifestyle. Regular exercise, a stress-free life, and daily exercise, and staying happy with a good sleep will help in reducing the weight in both adults and children. Will reverse the diabetes, which is a killer illness. We will talk about diabetes in some other video, but these lifestyle changes will prevent our progression towards diabetes. In other words, would reverse it, and will help us lead a healthier and happier life. Please like this video. If you've learned something, share it with your friends and families, and subscribe to my channel. Again, this is Dr. Gufran Babar. Have a good day. May God bless you. Sallallahu alaihi wa alihi wa sahbihi wa sallam. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.